How's it going, everybody? Today I wanted to talk about commercial auto insurance for alarm contractors. If you run an alarm contracting business, making sure that your vehicles, trucks, vans are properly insured is extremely important. Whether you have a whole fleet of vehicles or maybe just a single or a couple trucks, having the right coverage in place can make sure that your business, your employees, and your overall bottom line financial situation is protected. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Brian. I'm an independent insurance agent based here in the state of Michigan, Metro Detroit specifically, and I work with businesses on their commercial insurance programs, as well as helping families and individuals with their personal insurance, their home, their auto insurance as well. My goal with this channel is to pass on a little bit of educational information to you so that you can make more informed decisions around your insurance, and then overall help answer any questions that you might have. So let's get into it. And before we get too far into the video, I do want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, and if you find this video helpful, useful, anything like that, please feel free to like and share it with anyone else as well. So the first item that I want to talk about is coverage limits. We will typically recommend starting with at least $1 million for the combined single liability limit for bodily injury. This covers your business if one of your drivers gets into an accident and another party is injured. In Michigan, you are required to carry a certain level of liability coverage, but realistically for most businesses out there, starting with at least $1 million in this coverage is a very good idea. This is because in today's world, lawsuits, medical expenses are very expensive, and the costs associated with these types of claims can add up very fast. And depending on the contracts that you have in place, maybe with certain clients, business partners, vendors, whoever it may be, they might require that you carry certain higher limits for auto insurance. So that's important to note as well to make sure that you are in compliance with those contracts. We also recommend starting with at least $1 million in coverage for uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage. Given the high rate of uninsured drivers here in the state of Michigan, having this $1 million limit for this coverage does provide a solid level of protection if an accident does occur with an uninsured driver or underinsured driver. And since we are here in Michigan, it is essential to have unlimited personal injury protection coverage, also known as PIP coverage. Even though you do have a commercial policy, you still are required to make a PIP coverage selection here in the state, no matter if the policy is a personal auto policy or a commercial auto policy. And making sure that you do select unlimited for PIP coverage is very important because PIP does cover medical expenses and other items for injuries from an auto accident. Another thing I want to mention in all of this is vehicle use. It is important to distinguish what types of vehicles your business is using and how they are being used. Different policies will account for whether it is a single truck or a whole fleet of vehicles, and whether they are service vans being used for jobs, or if they are maybe strictly only sales vehicles being used by your employees for customer visits. So it is important to include in your policy how each vehicle is being used in the field. And for every business out there, physical damage coverage is also very important to consider for each vehicle. And if you're leasing or financing a vehicle, having physical damage coverage is often required. This would be both your collision and comprehensive coverage. Collision coverage helps repair or replace your vehicle after it is in an accident with another car or truck, while comprehensive takes care of things like fire, theft, vandalism, or any sort of weather. Now, one of the most important items of a commercial auto insurance policy that can be overlooked, and this is the driver's list. Try to make sure that you keep this list up to date and as accurate as possible. Every employee that drives a company vehicle should be listed and scheduled out on the policy, because if an unlisted driver is driving a company vehicle and gets into an accident, it could potentially cause coverage issues. So making sure that everyone is on the policy can help avoid this. Another key piece with all of this is hired and non-owned auto coverage. This is especially important if you do have employees using their own personal vehicles for work tasks, or if your business ever rents vehicles. Because let's say an employee is maybe driving their own vehicle to a job site, or maybe they're going on a sales call and they do get into an accident, this hired and non-owned auto coverage would provide your business liability coverage in that situation. And then also keep in mind vehicle modifications. If your trucks or vans have anything like tool racks, shelving, or any sort of other customizations on them, you do want to make sure that those upgrades are covered on the policy. A standard commercial auto insurance policy might include a bit of coverage for some of these customizations or modifications, but if you have anything major, it is important to make sure that that is specifically added onto the policy. Another coverage to consider if you are consistently hauling expensive alarm systems, equipment, any other sort of materials for jobs is inland marine coverage, or potentially an installation floater. This is because a standard commercial auto policy does not cover tools and equipment. So if these items are stolen or damaged in transit, you would need, again, a specific policy, inland marine or an installation floater for that coverage. And then with all of this, I do want to mention the importance of having a fleet safety program in place, and also, depending on the size of your business, potentially looking into a telematics program. Having these items in place for your business can help prevent accidents on the road, help make sure that your vehicles are well maintained, and just encourage driver safety as a whole. And a nice benefit with both of these is that depending on the insurance company you are working with, they oftentimes can give discounts when you do have a formal fleet safety management program and or some sort of telematics system. So not only does this help keep your business and your employees safer while they're on the road, but it can also help save you a little bit of money. Overall, every business is different, so you do want to make sure that you have the proper coverage in place and that it fits your business's individual needs. So thank you for watching, and if you are looking for help with your commercial insurance program, with maybe your commercial auto insurance in particular, I would love the opportunity to work with you and see if our team can help. There are a lot of ways to get a hold of me, and they should all be in the description below. Please feel free to text, call, email, fill out a contact form, whatever is easiest. And if you have any other questions about insurance, please feel free to reach out directly or leave them in the comments below. I would love to help answer those as well. So thank you again.